Get to know Leah Johnson. She's an amazing content creator, theme stylist, and founder of Black Girls Do. I am excited to feature Leah Johnson. My dear, welcome to the show. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am great. No complaints from me. Let's get started and dive in talking about you. Tell me about a day in your life as a content creator and theme stylist. What is
OMG. I'll wake up I'll wake up thinking about content. My whole life is content based, and so I'll start the day with I'm sure we're going to get into Black Girls Do, getting content creative for that, in particular with different topics as far as Clubhouse. In the morning time, I have to go on Canva, which is a favorite app of mine. They need to pay me though, like seriously, because I'm plugging them. And then in terms of theme styling, which is just making your page, your Instagram feed beautiful. So I love to arrange it with vibrant colors, depending on your brand aesthetics or your logo colors and stuff like that. And so that is why I call myself a theme stylist, because I can just arrange a page in no time and make it just look very cohesive, but making sure that I stay on brand.
Love that. Love it a lot. Now, what types of digital content do you create? You said you are helping people, which we'll get into the business side of things, but what type of content do you enjoy creating for your own brand?
Oh my goodness. I love taking photos. And so I'm always doing beauty related content or fashion related content. More importantly, my favorite really is fashion in general. I just love playing dress up in my clothes. I am a shopaholic. And so I have an issue. And so why not just take pretty photos in that, and hopefully it can land me some brand deals, influencer work or something like that. So why not get paid for dressing up?
Now, how long have you really been into fashion and design and styling and things like that? Because you got it naturally. So
since I was born, my mom. Okay. So I get it from her. And so I remember being little, going to Nordstrom and getting the, you remember the socks with the, lace around them? Everything had to really coordinate. And she dresses a lot in like monochromatic fashion. And so everything literally had to, like the tones had to feed into a different color. It was just something amazing about her. And I was like, ooh, Mom, I want to do that. And so she inspired that. And so I knew by being raised by her that if I walked outside, I had to look like something. Like, it wasn't like, okay, you just walking outside. No, you had to be presentable. And so I just was like, okay, I just took that on. Now, as I'm older, I don't care more so. Like, it's okay if I'm going out, but I will throw on some sweats. I wish you all could see the bottom of what I have on. I literally have on some sweats and a pretty top.
That's okay. Mom will let you slide. It's okay. How have you successfully created your business using digital content? I know you do something called the $10 IG audit. Tell me about that.
Yes. So remember, like when COVID hit last year, I'm always getting fired from my job. I can't do a 9 to 5 because I always make my own schedule. So I had like recently got fired, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm broke, unemployed. I'm living off of unemployment. What can I do? How can I use my talents or what I've already been doing and really create a business? So I pivoted literally and was like, okay, I can create $10 IG audit where I literally take a small business and recreate content on their page and just style their theme and rearrange it and make it look aesthetically pleasing and pretty to that consumer and just create authentic content. So I started that in March of last year, and I started with literally, I was charging people literally $10 for an audit. And then I would add in some extra things. And then I was like, wait, I'm making money here. Like, what's going on here? And then so I said, okay, I'm gonna take this serious. And so then I just started scaling up the business, adding creative directing, doing like shoots for terminology, flat lays, where you rearrange product styling. And so I just took naturally what I was good at and said, I'll just make a business out of it.
That's awesome. I mean, it's really awesome able to take something that you're naturally gifted in. You have your mom's influence. You're also very passionate and into fashion and styling and things like that. So kudos to you for creating a business out of what you really love and enjoy doing. Now, is that a part of the Living Leah brand?
Is it? Yeah, it is. It is a part of the brand because literally living Leah is, why do I keep saying literally? I think that's my favorite word for today. But living Leah is just me living Leah. I'm doing all the things that make me smile, all the things that have purpose in my life, and just doing it on my own terms. So that's why I came up with living Leah. Like, it is my life. I'm doing what I love, doing it with purpose. And I'm also using my platforms to, help other small businesses or entrepreneurs, or even just to inspire, say, hey, you can do it too. And you can make money off of your passion.
So inspiring, so empowering. I'm so grateful for that. Now, let's talk about your platform, Black Girls Do, and your mission to support Black women in their creative and entrepreneurial endeavors, which is how I met you, through Clubhouse, through your rooms, Black Girls Do. Shout out to Whitney. We have a mutual friend who moderates. I met Whitney years ago in San Diego, and she and I are still pretty cool to this day. So shout out to Whitney.
Hello, Whitney.
Hey, Whitney.
Listen. Winnie's one of the 4 moderators or 5 moderators that we have, and it takes a team to handle Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does. So tell me about Black Girls Do. For those
Black Girls Do is actually Black Girls Do celebrating Black women in action. So I started it was 2015, where it is an event-based social club where I put us in these activities where we have to literally lean on our sister's shoulder. Like, you don't know this person, but say for instance, like one of our first events was canoeing. It helps you build teamwork. So I put you in a canoe with someone you didn't know and force you to say, hey, I don't know you, but my life is in your hand. And then too, that builds a way for you all to connect and us just to have these conversations. Be like, hey girl, you was really good at what you do. Like, what is it that you do? And so it was just emphasizing the do part, because we do a lot of things, and just really combating those stereotypes about Black women in general, because we are multi-hyphenated. We do so much. And so why not just focus on that, but also create these amazing events where we can sit here and have these transparent conversations in our own environment without having to disclose, okay, transparent moment here. No, we get it, girl. We see you. We're going through the same thing. And so that's how Black Girls Do started with events, and now we've grown. Clubhouse again, Lord. Clubhouse is really going to have to pay me. Listen, I'm serious. It has grown. At one point in time, I stopped it because it was weighing heavy on my pockets, because I was literally financing the entire event base, like the events in general. I would get sponsorships, but I was the one footing the bill. Mm-hmm. And so it became something that was like heavy on me. And I was like, I'm gonna pause. And so being purposeful and saying, hey, to the universe, hey, Lord, like, speak to me, let me know when it's time to go. And so I had that, it hit me when Clubhouse, and it just hit me and was like, okay, you're going to use this platform to bring brand awareness and like really build on this. And if you do this, I got you. The universe was like, I got you. And so I took it and ran with it.
I think it's awesome that you did the ultimate pivot. I mean, I know you went from having these events, that are catering toward Black women, and then COVID hits, everything shut down, and then lo and behold, Clubhouse falls out of the sky. And then you took advantage of that and said, hey, I'm going to bring women together. So although we can't canoe together or do, fun activities or team building activities in person, now you've given the opportunity for women to get together. So tell me about the breakdown of the days. Some days you allow entrepreneurs to come on to the platform and share their businesses.
I was like, do I really remember? Wait, okay.
Just give me one or two. You don't have to tell me the whole.
I don't want to get they be like, you left out my club. Okay, so one, let me say, we do have our Connect Over Morning Coffees, which we use for like networking power hour every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have our Small Business Saturdays, is where we allow like small business owners, whether you sell a service or product, to come on and tell us more about what it is that you sell. And then on Sundays, we have our, oh my gosh, sis, I'm holding you accountable, where one, we just want to connect with you, but also tell us what goals you have for the upcoming week. And so now we are adding more moderator clubs from our core group of moderators, where they're hosting their own clubs. And so now the schedule is growing, but also we have guest co-moderators where you all could just come on, do the go to our website and submit a room request, and we just have you on to talk about the various things that you want to talk about. You may be a therapist, you may want to teach us about how to manage anxiety, how to sell an e-commerce business or to create one, or whatever it is, content creation, management. We say, come on, use our platform. One, we guarantee there's going to be some people in the room you're going to connect, and two, you're going to get, and three, you're going to get business. And so those are the rooms that we have right now. And then we have our guest rooms.
You definitely inspire, encourage, and empower women to lean on each other. I've been in so many of your rooms where you're like pushing it, like you never know, somebody may need your business or service, somebody may want to connect with you, or you give the floor for each woman to get up and talk about and open up for future opportunity. So, in your own words, why do you have such an affinity for supporting Black women?
Oh my gosh, I can't rap and I can't quote Tupac exactly, but I came from Black women, and so it's just, I feel like that's just something that's ingrained in me. Like, I remember watching, or in our culture in general, like when my mom was growing up, or even when I was growing up, that it took a community. And so that is my way of giving back. If I have the platform, then it helps you get to a next level. And, why not? Like, it's just something that I'm just like, it's something that I love doing. That's just what it is. It's community building, generational build. Like, I'm just here. I really don't have it's just something that I know, like, it's in me, like, girl, you got it. This is community building. We're going to uplift one another. I saw my mom do it. So I'm like, I tell my kids every day, like, that is something that you have to do. You have to uplift your community. If you have the platform to give back, because there are people less fortunate, or that there are people that don't have the voice that you have. But if you just give them that push, you never know. And so that is why I have affinity for it. And just, I love my Black women. I love us. Like, we are the culture. Like, it's just something about us, our skin, our mannerisms. We make the world go round.
Couldn't have said it better myself. You are absolutely right. Now, you selflessly stand in the gap for women. What women stood in the gap for you? Well, besides Mom, what other women have stood in the gap for you?
If I keep using her, because she's just like the ultimate person. Of course, the women in my family, my grandmother, just looking at her and knowing her story personally, but also to the women around me. Like, I really believe that you are the company that you keep. And so they inspired me to be the best version of myself, but they also checked me at the door. They're like, well, who are you giving today? You giving Living Leah, you giving Leah J, or you giving Ash Leah? So, like, there's many facts that have many variations, but they are the ones that hold me accountable. And so I'm inspired by their stories. I'm inspired by just seeing them grow and become amazing women. And so, again, like my grandmother, of course, my mom, the women around me. And then now too, as I'm answering this question, think about my daughters. Like, at this very moment in the chapter that I'm in right now, they are inspiring me. Like, I am the representation of, what it is to really step out on faith. That's why I had the tattoo. And so what they see is the Black woman who had the O's on the 18 teen mom. And now, she's really living in her purpose and really doing things in her way. And so it's nothing that can stop them. And so now they're the ones that inspire me, because I'm listening to the conversations that they have. And I'm like, I'm doing something right. I may not got it right in the beginning, but right now I'm doing something right. And so,
beautiful, beautiful words. And then, who supported you when you began your business? The same tribe of people that stood in the gap for you also stood in the gap for your business?
Let's be honest, right? Entrepreneurship. When you start out, everybody don't got your corner. Everybody like, girl, go get a 9 to 5. And so literally, there was a point in my life I had some things happen where I had to sit down and really say, okay, what are you going to do? Who are you? Who do you want to become? And so that group of friends I'm no longer communicating with. And so I lost them. But then I gained an entire tribe. And so it was just, again, me and my mom. She was the number one cheerleader, backing me all the way, financing too. So, and then as I started to, the business started to grow and I started to maneuver into this world entrepreneurship, I started finding that the people outside looking in were the ones supporting me the most. And, it's hurtful at times, because you're like, okay, I'm saying kicking with you, telling you all my troubles, but you ain't even showing up to a show or anything. So it's like, that gave me a different perspective. And then too, I learned everybody is not equipped to handle that version of you or who you're becoming. And some people will get left and some people will stay on, but you have to put them in categories, and you just have to keep rowing the boat. You have someone that could do the directions for you. Then have someone that's just want to enjoy the ride. Like, you just got to put them where they are and just keep pushing and keep moving forward. You're going to be upset. You're going to be crying, everything, but it gets better because the people that are for you will come into your life and they're going to have a purpose. And when you're able to identify someone's purpose, it makes sense.
Absolutely. And I just want to commend you on what you've built, in terms of your business and also the community that you've built. Not only did you build it for yourself, but you're building it to equip the lives of others. You're changing lives, in your own special way. So congratulations on all of the success that you've had thus far. And I want to thank you for being my special guest right here on the Chandria Show. If anyone is interested in connecting with you, what's the best way to do so?
So if you want to get in contact with me, it's Leah_J, because I have so many. And if you click on the link tree, you can just follow whatever pages, but it's all in my profile. So at $10 IG Audit or at Black Girls Do, or you can just send me an email. But I say just slide in my DM, because that's the easiest way, because I'm always on the phone anyway.
Awesome. Well, Leah, thank you so much for being my special guest. Wish you continued success.